Good morning. I'm Bill Jordan. I teach 5th grade over at Lombard. I've been there for a long time. And it's fantastic. So a little bit about me, what I like on my pizza. So if you like, no. Anyways, hey, some of the things that I'm seeing that's really neat about what's going on is, first, I get to reconnect with a lot of neat people that I've worked with over the past 15, 16 years because they're brought back together here. So that's really cool. And that just doesn't happen. My wife's a teacher, and that doesn't happen for her. So that's really neat. And then the PLCs. At first, skeptical, and then just our team coming together and having those conversations. And now, about halfway through, we're actually getting some work done that's actually having impact on our instruction. At first, it was a colleague thing, and now it's talking about the data and how we can help each other and improve our kids. And that's the difference. It's become my kids, now it's our kids. So a neat shift there. So thank you, and hey, good morning again.
I'm Justin Goodman. I'm one of the assistant principals over at Lombard. Go Saints. There we go. And you know, there's been so much great learning and great opportunities that's taken place at the Jefferson area this year. But I think my favorite was actually getting to take a selfie with Bob Marzano. Take a selfie. So that's one of my most prized possessions. And but in seriousness, for me, the biggest impact has been the conversations around diversity and inclusion. And it's really been great with our student engagement office, Ariana and Hill and everybody else who's led those great conversations about the barriers our students sometimes face to success, and then the doorways that asset-based thinking that they've brought to the conversation about how do we view our kids and what kind of barriers can be knocked down and what kind of doorways can be opened up. So those conversations that they started for us have been tremendous, and we got to celebrate also all the successes this year and look at all the great work that has been done, and that's a credit to them. So now I want to take a selfie with Ariana and Hill if possible at some point today, wherever they are, so I can put it with my one with Bob. So thank you, and keep up the great work, guys. Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Cindy Jones. I teach here at Jefferson High School. And so far, the oldest surviving, I hate to use that term, but I've been here for 22 years and seen a lot of change. By far, out of the 22 years I've been here, the 3 pillars I think I feel the strongest about. And the reason is, when Rhiannon and I were asked to join the team that was thinking about what can we do to cement our area, we had a lot of conversation with a lot of people, high school, middle school, and all the elementary schools. And the 3 pillars came from that. So I know that personally I was a part of that, and I'm very, very proud. The PLC pillar, we're looking at data, very, very meaningful data, how our kids are learning, and what am I doing to help my kids learn better because they're not getting it. The language for achievement. I'm using things I've never used in 22 years in my classroom to try to get my ELLs and all students to be able to learn and understand the content better. And, what was it? Sorry, it's the boring.
Culture.
Oh, culture. Culture. I think that's something that we're still striving for in bringing the middle school and the high school together and having our elementary schools seeing that this is the place that they need to go after 6th grade. But I've seen a lot of change. It's changed for the positive. It's been extremely hard. I am that old dog, and I am learning a lot of new tricks.
Hi, my name is Rhiannon Wenning. I am a lifetime Jefferson student. I went to Edgewater Elementary, Wheatridge Middle, and Jefferson High School. And so like Cindy, I have seen lots of changes in this area, and I can tell you the work that we have done this year, I've been begging for the past 15 years as a teacher. And I really think we need to give a huge shout out to each and every one of us, because we are the ones doing the work and we're making change. We're making the lives of our students better. We are making a difference each and every day, and our mindsets have exploded. I think of that commercial where I think it's for Jet, where the purple, that's where we've all been all year. I want to take some time just to say, our community coming together as a unit, as a Jefferson community, our parent involvement with Parent University, we're really coming together as a family, and that's something that I have strived for and always tried to build within my classroom. Now I can build it with my entire community, and that feeling has been amazing. So the idea of us coming together as a community, our Wheat Ridge Middle staff, that is now we are a Jefferson staff. So the camaraderie and the collaboration that we've been able to do as a school here at Jefferson, but also collaboration that we've been able to do with Edgewater and Lumberg and Mulholland. So that piece, I think, is something we definitely need to celebrate, and something that wouldn't have been able to happen if we hadn't merged. So shout out to the committee and everyone who came together for this, because we're making change, and we're gonna write a book someday. We're gonna be famous.
Hi, my name is Amanda Ski. I work at Stevens Elementary and I teach kindergarten. I've been there for 4 years now. And it's been really interesting to watch Stevens from when I was there, my very first year of teaching, and growing with Stevens Elementary to where we are now, and seeing the changes that have been made. And they've all been excellent changes. And really putting our professional foot forward has helped us become better teachers today than I was my first year teaching. So when I look at previous years to now, I think, gosh, we were at our old Stevens building, which was pre-K through 4, and then we heard the news that we're moving and that we're getting 5th and 6th graders, and then we're also seeing the 7th and 8th graders move to Jefferson High School. So that was a huge change, and that puts a lot of wonders into our head, like, how is this all going to work out? But we all came in with a positive attitude and ready to go for this school year, and that really helped us put our students first. And so with that, we had so many opportunities to grow and learn, and actually take what we have learned and apply it into our classrooms. And so that has helped us, again, become better teachers, as better learners, and also help our students achieve where they need to go. And probably the thing that has most hit me hard was Consuelo Kickbush. She really helped me see that I'm not alone when it came to being a child and having parents that were dysfunctional, like some of our families do have. It helped me connect and feel like I can help my students even more. And it also helped me figure out that the thing that our children need the most is quality time together with someone who really cares and appreciates them. So really getting to know our students is the #1 thing that we are focusing on, and it's building that community piece. And I couldn't be more proud of the work that we're doing here, and I'm really excited to see where next year takes us.
Hello, I'm Lizzie Ottoman. Team I'm a second-year teacher, so I'm really excited to be a part of this. One thing that's been the most meaningful for me this year is the reflection piece of the pillars. One thing we did as a school was a share fair in our gym. We got together as grade levels and presented what we've been doing in our PLCs. And that was really cool for us to see the vertical ties and how it all ties in together. And we got to share so much of what we've been learning this year in our courses and our PD together. And it was really cool to see what we've been working on being directly implemented into our instruction and making a difference that way. I'm excited to see where it goes from here. Thank you.
I'm Erin Hoover. I teach 3rd grade at Mulholland Elementary. This is my first year teaching, so this has been such a cool opportunity to have as a first year, just seeing this work as an area of a whole, and I'm so excited to see what continues to happen in the future years. But one of the pillars that has been a huge driving force for me this year was the culture and engagement pillar, and just really learning how those two words really work together, culture and engagement. I learned how important it really is to just be intentional in planning and thinking about examples and connections that you're going to bring in for your students, and just really taking the time to get to know their culture and understand their interests, and thinking about how you can tie that into what you're teaching. At the beginning of the year, my teammate gave me this really awesome idea to use Transformers to explain metamorphosis, and that just like stuck with the kids. So since then, I've just seen just like the huge power that can come in terms of engagement when students can have something that they're excited about, relating it to their content, and then kind of taking that pillar even outside of instruction, and just really taking the time to build a culture and community within your own classroom. And it's usually through those like team building activities that I have the best opportunities to really get to know my students and really understand their interests, and more often than not, they get to kind of become the teacher and teach me what they're interested in, whether it's Transformers or Minecraft or Plants vs. Zombies or whatever it is I probably know nothing about that they know everything about. So I can kind of take what they teach me and include it in my lessons, and it kind of just becomes this full circle, and the kids get excited too, and they hear me talking about something that they got to teach me about. So it's been really cool.
Good morning, I'm Chelsea Erstry. I teach 4th grade at Stevens. I think one of the biggest successes that we've seen this year is all of the collaborative work that we're doing around these pillars, like everyone's been saying. But to know that we're working together not only in our building, but in our area. And if you look around the room, and if each one of these people had only 20 kids, which nobody in this room has only 20 kids, you can see how many people we're actually reaching, because they're going to their families and they're teaching them the things that we are learning and teaching together. And just to look around the room and have the support to know that not only within our buildings we can lean on one another with a common understanding of student growth and achievement, but to look around this room and to know, wow, all of us have this same understanding that we want our kids to grow up and have the choice of what they want to do with their lives. And we're doing the work that needs to be done to make that happen. And I feel really fortunate to work in this area with so many passionate teachers who have the same goal in mind, which is student growth, student success, and we have the action plans in place, and we're doing what needs to be done to make that happen. So yay us!
I'm Annie. I teach at Edgewater. This is kind of a hard act to follow. I would say that the most important thing for me is that when I came in August and I sat here with all of you, I was thinking, you know, I've been working on teaching vocabulary for a long time. I have my master's in ESL, like, I just called it a Frere model instead of a Marzano model, like, you know. But then I thought, I'm teaching it, and now I'm teaching the kids to learn it. And the difference between my reflective teaching this year has been a great process for me, and that power of using that growth mindset has been monumental in my classroom because I've been able to teach the kids how to use that growth mindset to grow their own brains. And I have been able to model it in my teaching so that they can really own their own learning. And I think it's very powerful because they will be lifelong learners in a much better way than if I'm just teaching the vocabulary. Now they really have tools to learn it. So I think that that for me has been really important to think about where my brain is, and then really how can I teach my kids to do the same. So that's been really monumental in my room.
Good morning, I'm Sally Lynch. I'm a dual language 6th grade teacher at Edgewater. We have actually a lot of new structures in place in Edgewater, particularly involving families. We do the breakfast with the principal like we have been doing, and we have the parent academy in our school. But we've also put some committees together with parents sitting on the committees that help put place in structures at our school. For me, the biggest shift has been really changing my idea of teaching back to where the kids are doing most of the talking. We've been really involved with academic conversations, and so the idea of an adult standing in front of a room talking is not the way that we're teaching anymore at Edgewater. It's having the kids do the teaching, the kids do the talking. I just got back pretty recently from Outdoor Lab, and there was an activity where they put a student in an A-frame, and then other students pull on both sides and sort of walk the kid little by little, about 5 feet, and I kind of see this whole process similarly, that little by little, pulling together, we're going to make a lot of progress.